sponsored by Bet365.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Tuck's Tips on Rugby.com.au. This time with a very special guest, a former teammate of Tuck himself, Mr. Stephen Hoyles.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Unfortunately, Matty Dunning is away at Port Douglas, I believe, sunning himself. So I'm filling in. Isn't that a sight for sore eyes? Matt Dunning sunning himself in Port Douglas. But we'll move on.
And of course, we're moving on as well in the Bledisloe Cup. Hopefully a different result this weekend. There's been a few changes to the Wallabies lineup.
Yeah, some forced through injuries. You know, we lost Matt Tamu and Rob Horn in the space of 30 minutes last week. So see Quade Cooper named at 10 and Bernard Foley at 12. That's a little bit unfamiliar, but still, it's how the Wallabies like to play. They're always suited best when they've got two ball players at 10 and 12. And Samu Karevi gets his first crack at number 13 in a test jersey. So I'm excited for Samu. He's deserved an opportunity there, and hopefully he can add the spark that he did for the Reds this season.
And also Reece Hodge, we can't forget about him, named on the bench to make possibly his debut as well on Saturday.
Yeah, he's done had an amazing 18 months of rugby. Every time he's been given a sniff at a higher level, he's done exceptionally well. Some of the tries he scored for the Rebels this year were outstanding, breaking multiple tackles and running 30, 40 metres. So excited to see him get his opportunity, and well deserved to Reece.
And moving on to the All Blacks, Hoylesy, mate, Julian Sevilla has been named in the starting lineup again. And also Dane Coles, who wasn't even named in the initial squad for last weekend, played almost the full 80. They'll both be in the starting lineup this weekend. Yeah,
obviously Coles picked up that rib injury from Super Rugby, and probably best with a rib injury to try and give someone a bit of time off when you can. But they had some injuries early and injuries throughout the week, so he came on and was exceptional again, as he always is, Dane Coles. And Julian Sevilla, that is. Well, yeah, he had a mixed bag in the Super Rugby. He won his first Super Rugby title, but spent most of the season off the bench for the back end of the season with the Hurricanes. And we saw him come on the weekend for the injured Naholo, and he does what he always does, and that's damage opposition wingers. And yeah, he'll again be pretty dominant out there this weekend.
And Hoylesy, if the All Blacks were favourites last weekend, mate, coming into this week, it's almost unbackable.
Well, they are unbackable. You can't back the All Blacks. There's no value there, but there is value with the Wallabies, and I think they can turn it around. The line's huge. There's some value there for Wallaby fans. It's exciting times. I know everyone's disappointed about the week, but when players are down in the dumps, have had a disappointing week, they're embarrassed. I think you'll see a better performance from the Wallabies. So, huge line, and I'll be back in the Wallabies.
And also looking ahead to the Rugby Championship, New Zealand obviously favourites for that one as well.
Yeah, they are, but South Africa still had a home win as well, so you can probably find some value with the South Africans. It's early days, but again, the form the All Blacks showed last week, you can see why they're favourites.
And that's it for another edition of Tuck's Tips from Rugby.com.au. Mine is Tuck. Thank you very much, Stephen Hoyles.
Thank you.
Remember, if you are going to have a bet this weekend, do so responsibly.